Welcome and thank you for joining us for another health nugget. 3 John 2 says, Beloved, I wish above all things that thou mightest prosper and be in health, even as thy soul prospereth. And here at Exposing Truth Ministry, we want you to prosper. So we're going to ask that you like this video, you share this video, you subscribe, and also remember to click that notification bell so that you will be aware when a new health nugget has come out. And remember, this health nugget is not to diagnose or to treat any disease that you have. Please remember to check with your healthcare provider before implementing any new health regime. Today, we are very excited to have a special guest within us. It's another medical missionary, Sister Avia.
All right, so this morning we're looking at hydrotherapy. This is something that is very close to my heart. I use it a lot, and I'm still learning, but I'm happy to share with you this morning. So real quick, I was just going over my slide and reading Ministry of Healing, and I came across this quote that Sister White wrote, and she said, and I'm sure you're familiar with it. She says, pure air, sunlight, abstemiousness, rest, exercise, proper diet, the use of water, trust in divine power. These are the true remedies. Every person should have a knowledge of nature's remedial agencies and how to apply them. And that was so fitting. So what is hydrotherapy? It is a branch of alternative medicine, occupational therapy, and physiotherapy, and they employ the use of water for pain relief and treatment. And it is also known as water cure. How does it heal? How does it heal the part of the body that is affected? So the blood is what brings healing to the body. It brings the nutrition that we need. We get that from the food that is digested. It brings the precious oxygen that we need as well. It also carries away waste products from the cells in our bodies. And the amazing thing is that it not only imparts life, it restores, it heals, and it is doing this on a continual basis. So what does water therapy do? It is one of the most powerful, natural, non-poisonous means of moving the nourishing, healing blood quickly into and out of the afflicted, diseased body parts. So hydrotherapy affects the blood, and Leviticus 17:11 tells us that the life of the flesh is in the blood. The blood that flows through our bodies, it keeps us alive. Every organ in our body or every cell is important, but if there's no blood, there is no life in them. So what is the blood? The blood contains red blood cells. They're red in color. They carry nutrition and oxygen. They also take away carbon dioxide and other waste products. There are white blood cells. They're colorless. They protect the body against toxins, disease organisms, and various irritants. And this was interesting to me. When we're well, we have up to 9,000 white blood cells in our bodies. And this can increase up to 25,000 when an infection is present. So imagine that. These are like our little army. So there are two limitations that I came across as I was looking into this. Two limitations to the blood. There's not enough of it. And what I've found is that research is saying the heart would have to be larger than it is to provide more of it. And normally, when I was growing up, I would hear them say, we'd go to the beach, you have to take a break. You're going to eat now, you can't go right back into the water. So now I understand that there's not enough blood to handle digestion and the muscle activity that you're doing as you're swimming. The same thing applies when there's a problem in a part of the body. You need more blood or a quicker flow of it than normal so as to bring healing. And that is what the hydrotherapy does. The other limitation is that the blood has a tendency to congest or pool in a damaged or infected part of the body. The result is a clogging up of too much blood in one place. The blood circulation to that part has slowed, and the pooled blood has less ability to nourish and heal. Thus, we need to bring larger quantities of blood to the afflicted areas, and we need to move it in and out again more quickly. So we want it moving back and forth at a good pace, for this is what keeps the blood healthy, full of fresh oxygen from the lungs, abundant nourishment from the liver and the portal vein. Now, as the blood quickens in the healthy activity, the bone marrow begins to make more blood than it would normally do. So how can we help? What can we do? So the beauty of it is that God has provided that carefully given applications of hot and cold to the body will provide the needed help. And what shall we use to place this hot and cold in contact with the body? Water. Water is the most abundant natural source of hot and cold to be found available to us. It retains heat and cold better than any other common element around us. It cleanses better than anything else in the world. And like the blood, God has given this wonderful thing to us. It's a special gift to us, is water. So the effects of hydrotherapy, hot and cold, we're going to be looking at that. We're looking at that. Hot and cold applications increases the number of blood cells in the peripheral circulation. The increase in the red blood cell can amount up to 35% and up to 300% with the white blood cells. And the hemoglobin also shows 5% or more increase. So hot and cold water can powerfully help to bring healing to our bodies. So as we're looking at using this form of treating our bodies, there are principles, and this, I mean, I could not put all of them here. So I have a few that I'm sharing with you. So it is the heat and cold of the water that produces the results. Neutral temperatures are relaxing, but they do not produce the powerful effects that hot and cold give. When the body remains in contact with cold for a long time, its real effects are seen. So, what are some of these effects? The body functions are slowed or depressed. The respiration and pulse are less rapid. Muscles move sluggishly and clumsily. Moderate heat stimulates the life processes. It quickens the circulation, pulse rate, respiration, and digestion. It makes the muscles more active and the skin sensations more sensitive. So many water treatments consist of moderate heat. Brief cold has a dramatic, powerful effect and is one of the primary types of water treatment. These effects are caused by what we call reaction, which is, the body receives only a quick cold application that makes the body react to the thermic impression. Recognizing cold as a depressing agent, the body reacts in several ways. So the heart beats more rapidly and forcibly, the circulation is quickened, the nerves tingle with new life, breathing becomes at first rapid, then slow and deeper. Muscles are energized and have new power for work. Another principle or caution, a prolonged hot application to the body will eventually depress all body processes. So therefore, only apply a very hot application for a fairly short period of time, and generally end it with a brief cold application to strengthen the body and equalize its circulation. A set of 2 to 3 cycles of hot and cold may be given. This is called repeated reactions, but after 2 or 3, give no more immediately. Note also that in order to maintain or increase the height of reaction, the second and third applications of hot and cold must be more intense than the first. So you raise the temperature of the water and you lower the temperature as you switch to the cold. Neither infants nor aged persons bear cold treatment well. Some people chill after almost any kind of cold application. So, persons are only being helped if they react well to the cold application. So we have to keep that in mind. So we're going to look at the partial baths. And what this is the immersion of the hand or the arm and hand or foot or leg and foot into a basin or tub of water. It is very simple and it's very effective. It is helpful for fractures, sprains, strains, headaches, infections, indolent ulcers, circulation, etc. How does this help? It is an alternating plunge of part of the body into hot water. So whether it's the hand or the arm or the foot, or the leg and the foot, and then you put that into the cold and back again. And the result is a powerful alternate contraction, then dilation of the blood vessels, and then you have a general improvement of body circulation. For the particular body area being treated, it removes waste products and greatly improves rapidity of blood flow, increasing quantity of fresh oxygen, nutriments, as well as white and red blood cells. So what you'll need, clean containers large enough for the water and large enough to cover the extremities that you will be treating. If you're dealing with open wound, it is recommended that you add antiseptic to the water. You'll need a bath towel, a pitcher, so you can use that to add more hot water from time to time as you're increasing the temperature of the water. Ice cubes for the cold water bucket, and sometimes a cold compress might be necessary, or ice bag, as you're doing the treatment. So let's just look quickly at how to apply it. So you'll have your containers with your water, hot and cold. You place the limb that you're treating in the hot water, and it is recommended that the temperature should be between 105 and 110 degrees. And you do that for 3 minutes. So that limb will sit in that water for 3 minutes, and then you put it into the cold water for 30 seconds. So you begin with the hot water and you end with the cold. You change from one temperature to the other 6 to 8 times, which is 3 to 4 complete cycles. Begin hot immersion at a lower temperature and you increase as you continue on through the treatment. So you add hot water by pouring it over your hand first to test it, and you add it while the limb is in the cold water. What I find is as you raise the temperature, as you go through the cycle, you're able to tolerate the higher temperature and the lower temperature, I find. It might be necessary at this time to use the cold compress, whether on the head or the back of the neck, if the person, is feeling faint. Like I said, I've used this. You can use that for contrast shower as well. Even if I'm not able to go through the entire cycle, I'll start with a hot and then I'll just end my shower with a cold. And it's amazing how this will revitalize you. I pray that you've found this helpful, that you will look some more into the use of hydrotherapy. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you again, Sister Avia, and thank you all for watching. And remember to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell. God wants you to be healthy, and we do too. God bless you.